wholeheartedly for that mishap. One day this will get fixed, Columbo.
I certainly hope so, Anthony. I certainly hope so.
So if you're just joining us, ladies and gentlemen and ladies, we had a bountiful of just impressive matches tonight. Unfortunately, our last one, Red Army versus Vicious and Delicious, ending in an unfortunate draw.
Absolutely unfortunate. We hate to say it here at the Ludic Wrestling Lounge, but sometimes that happens. We work through it, and we'll come back again.
Absolutely, Columbo. So, as you can see, our last two matches of the night, we're looking at Flash Franklin. We're looking at Goose Gordon and Crom Wolf. Both of these matches are rivalry matches, Columbo. And what do you think we're going to get out of these matches tonight?
I think Flash Franklin has got a lot to prove here coming from the MMA world. She's got to show off that she's able to hold her own here in the wrestling field. Dr. Aloha, she is here to represent her capabilities. She's here to represent, that sweet Hawaiian skill, and you got to respect that. So I think we're looking to see a brutal test of worth here, Anthony. That's what I think we're going to see.
I absolutely wholeheartedly agree, Columbo. And then at our main event tonight, Goose Gordon and Crom Wolf, their rivalry has been heating up, Columbo.
I certainly agree. Based on the last interaction these two gentlemen had with vicious headbutts on helmets, which is still surprising, but not too much here at the Ludic Wrestling Lounge. But I think Goose Gordon has something to prove, considering he had a vicious and disappointing submission loss to Crom Wolf last time. I think we're looking at a man who's going to be out to prove his worth again and to take down the Witch Doctor.
Absolutely, Columbo. Absolutely. I'm ready. Are you ready, Columbo?
Absolutely. Let's get this show started, shall we?
Absolutely. Let's get it started. We have our beautiful neon backdrop there again, signifying the good old-timey feeling of good old-fashioned wrestling, Columbo.
That's how I remember when I met the Macho Man himself. Inspiration for our Macho Man Classic, which will soon be coming to you folks live here at the Ludic Wrestling Lounge. Hopefully not in Cardiff, Wales, but we'll let you know when that does happen. Isn't that right, Anthony?
Absolutely, Columbo. At some point, we'll have our titles on the line. At some point, they'll be fighting, they'll be wrestling, and they will want to come out on top.
That is the absolute 100% truth. Now, we're getting Flash Franklin and Dr. Aloha's match going. Who will we be seeing first come out onto this stage, Anthony?
I think we're going to be looking at Flash Franklin to come out first. But let's, of course, pan over to our fans just to see how they're excited for our match tonight. Again, of course, we're live here from Cardiff, Wales. These good old-fashioned Welshmen and Welsh women are here to just watch a great couple last set of matches tonight. Let's get into it. Let's go. Good fight in an even better night.
Excuse me, Anthony. My ex-wife is calling about alimony. I got to go take care of it. 1 second.
Absolutely, Columbo. I hope it's only ex-wife 3 and not ex-wife 2. Ex-wife 2 was a lot to handle. Now, folks, again, if you're just joining us, I am here. I am Anthony Cassidy. That was Johnny Columbo you just heard from. On your left there, you can see we have Flash Franklin versus Dr. Emmanuel Aloha in our second-to-last match of the night, as these two wrestlers here are for women's division here in the Ludic Wrestling League. And they have a nice rivalry, and by nice, I mean fierce. And by fierce, I mean, good Lord, do not get in these two ladies' way, as you're bound to get hurt. Johnny Columbo had to step off for just a quick second. Hopefully it's not ex-wife 2, now that I think about it. That was the one with the tigers. Ooh. We're here in Cardiff, Wales. We're here in our second-to-last match of the night. We're here to just see if Flash Franklin can gain more momentum from her win last week, as Dr. Amanda Aloha is looking to make a name for herself here in the Ludic Wrestling League. Let's get this thing started. Let's go. Hades Harold's bet is on Dr. Amanda. I don't know if we're legally allowed to have bookings here in Cardiff, Wales, but you know what? We'll jot it down. We'll see. My bet, honestly, Hades Harold, is on this specimen of a human being here, Flash Franklin, and she comes from an amazing mixed martial arts background. And boy, her submissions, especially that armbar. Whew, that armbar is a sight to behold. And you do not want to get in the middle of that, as we've seen it in our last match against Crush Cruz. That dynamic armbar is just vicious. And of course, you also...
delicious, if I do say so myself.
Johnny, welcome back. Which ex-wife was that?
Ex-wife number 5. If I do say so myself, it was not something you would want to deal with. But I would rather deal with Flash.
Johnny, I still don't understand that reference.
Perpetually disappointed, Anthony, perpetually. Now we have Dr. Amanda Aloha making her way down the stage.
America's sweetheart.
America's sweetheart herself, Dr. Amanda Aloha, showing off some of those beautiful moves there.
I am certainly inclined to agree. She looks ready. She looks jazzed. I don't know if she's in the right mentality. We have two different wrestlers with two different mentalities. Flash Franklin looked very, very determined, very, very focused, very in the zone. Dr. Aloha is looking more to be working up this crowd onto her side.
That she is. She is a crowd favorite, as her nickname is America's Sweetheart, Dr. Amanda Aloha. What do you think her doctorate's in?
Body slams.
I'll allow it.
And body slams and potties. That's what I think the doctorate is in.
But one thing's for sure, Columbo. The doctor is definitely in.
I'll let you have that one.
Thank you. I appreciate it. All right.
I really hope you didn't break character there.
Absolutely not, Columbo. I never break character. That's against the rules. Flash Franklin, a physical specimen herself, is already starting off with an Irish whip to the corner, bouncing back Dr. Amanda Aloha, and getting in a gut-wrench suplex right off the bat, Columbo.
I tell you, Flash Franklin is going in. She's going in technical. She's going in strong and fast, just like she was taught previously. But Dr. Amanda Aloha is going in for those low blows, if I'm seeing what's happening correctly.
That is the kitchen sink maneuver there. We have a 1 count, not even a 1 count, Columbo.
Disappointment. It's looking for a quick finish. It ain't going to happen tonight.
Not at all. And as you know, Columbo, and as Hades Harold loves to remind us, wrestling rule number 1, never break kayfabe.
Or kayfabe. I don't know which. I don't understand that reference.
Honestly, Columbo, why not both? A snap suplex there on the ring there by Dr. Amanda Aloha, as she is starting to make her way back. And also, her attire, just wonderful, beautiful, showing off that amazing Aloha spirit with all those neon colors.
It's almost like she needs some tassels to finish off the outfit. Oh, wait, there's tassels!
There is
I'm
tassels!
surprising myself!
Absolutely, Columbo. Tassels on tassels. Dr. Amanda Aloha, ooh, a straight right to the face. Oh, Flash Franklin.
I'm surprised that Franklin's not getting in those hands herself, to be honest. I was expecting a lot more technical stand-up fighting. Turns out not to be the case, but we're still getting good wrestling.
Absolutely. And as you know, Columbo, Flash Franklin, really not much of a striker, but her ground game, especially with those submissions, are what you need to look out for.
That is true. I've had too much vodka. I forget things.
That's all right. The Red Army left us a nice little present.
Indeed they did, as part of the recompense for turning that highly anticipated tag match into a disappointing draw.
Absolutely. Dr. Amanda Aloha taunting to the crowd, trying to get up some favorites. Now they're taking the fight there to the side of the ring as Flash, we're starting to see some of her strikes. Ooh, a nasty kick to the gut of Dr. Amanda Aloha.
If she was wearing boots, I'd say that was one hell of a boot, but I'll say she gave good foot that day.
Absolutely, Columbo. Absolutely. Now, Columbo, I hope this doesn't end in another draw, as that was such a dissatisfying last match.
I will agree with that, Anthony. Hades Herald, I will agree. That shoulder in the corner, that was some pure, unadulterated pain.
Let's see.
We're running close on that count, though.
Referee count is at 8. Flash Franklin should probably not be taunting and actually get in the ring to restart this count. Oh, my goodness gracious, Columbo. We have another draw here tonight.
This is an absolute shame, folks. On behalf of the management here at the Ludic Wrestling Lounge, that is right, those damn stairs. That ended up turning the tide and making this thing turn to a draw.
Columbo, that's Crush Cruz coming out from the back. As you know, Crush Cruz lost to Flash Franklin last time in a mean submission move. It looks like she's playing some mind games, Columbo.
Are we going to see something happen? Are we going to get a surprise matchup here?
I don't know. Maybe not. Yeah, it looks like not, Columbo.
That's a disappointment. I was expecting a little bit more drama from Crush Cruz, but I imagine that's playing. You are right, Anthony. That is some head games, but we'll have to leave that rivalry for another time. We're getting into the main event here, ladies and gentlemen. Ghost Gordon versus Crom Wolf. Anthony, what are we going to expect here tonight?
Oh, this is a very heated rivalry. This was honestly our first matchup, if I remember correctly, from our inaugural Ludic Wrestling League match. Goose Gordon, Crom Wolf. Heated rivalry. Crom Wolf, to those of you who don't remember and maybe weren't able to tune in last time, they had expanding of words there, and by expanding, that's not what I meant. They had a nice back and forth. Crom Wolf hit Goose Gordon with a headbutt, and honestly, we were asking ourselves, Columbo, why would you ever headbutt somebody wearing a football helmet?
To make a point, Anthony, I've done that many a time. I did it back in Korea, if I do recall.
And looks
we're
like
skipping straight to the fight too. We're not even bothering with ring entrances.
Not at all. They are just such in a heated rivalry. They couldn't wait. They had to just sprint both of our wrestlers to the ring there. And boy, oh boy, here at Cardiff, Wales, they are just looking to light up the night in our main event.
I tell you, Goose Gordon took that right hand beautifully. He took it with stride, and he is here to slam his point home.
Absolutely.
Oh no, we're going back outside. Why?
Why? Okay, now we have a roll in the ring. Now, for those of you who just saw Goose Gordon slam Crom Wolf down, you may be thinking, how did somebody of that small of a stature lift him up, toss him down like a rag doll? But folks, you have to remember, Goose Gordon from Omaha, Nebraska, yes, he's a short guy, but that 333 pounds he's carrying is all just pure Midwestern muscle.
And he put all of that Midwestern muscle into those boots, Anthony. He's coming hard. He's giving all of the kicks in the boots.
Ooh, what a boot to the face of Crom Wolf. Those boots are definitely a favorite of Goose Gordon, as he'll be looking for his goon boots for a signature and hopefully maybe even finishing off the match with one of his Omaha rolls or his Oklahoma drill, Columbo.
I'm inclined to agree. He's coming in for the slam.
Ooh! Now he's going for some knife-edge chops as Crom Wolf's looking trying to come back here, but with a lot of difficulty here tonight, Columbo.
To be quite frank, I am surprised. I was expecting a little bit more dominance from Crom Wolf at the opening of this. He is turning out to be a right disappointment as he's honestly getting swept by Goose Gordon.
Absolutely, Columbo. Goose Gordon going for an early pin here. Only a 1 count, though. And still, that means a lot of life left in the Witch Doctor himself, Crom Wolf.
He's got that voodoo magic.
I don't understand that reference, Columbo.
The hoodoo? You do?
You do you, Columbo, that's for sure.
I will agree to that, my friend.
A 333-pound senton splash from the ropes there on top of Crom Wolf, and Goose Gordon just picking his opponent apart as he just stares at him, just staring menacingly at Crom Wolf as Crom Wolf is slow to get back up.
It was an absolute beautiful display of athleticism, if I do say so myself.
Absolutely,
Getting
Columbo.
in those brutal elbows here, Anthony. Brutal elbows, brutal boots. That seems to be the recurring tactic for Goose Gordon here tonight, and it is seeming to be very effective for him.
Oh my God, the referee knocked down by Goose Gordon. Who knows what's going to happen now?
Anything will go.
Oh
Anything
my
can happen.
God, did you see that? Crom Wolf thinking that he was, Goose Gordon thinking that he was going to get Crom Wolf out of the ring for a breather. Crom Wolf slides back in, gives him a clothesline, and now has the knee on the back of that helmet, Columbo. My God!
The sheer display of speed was undeniable, Anthony. A true example of the power this man has.
That might be my favorite wrestling scene from the night tonight, Columbo.
I'm almost inclined to agree, Anthony. Crom Wolf getting a little bit of a slowdown, going for that Vulcan neck pinch.
I don't understand that reference at all, Columbo.
You're killing me, Schmalls.
And as I try to figure out that last reference as well, Crom Wolf is figuring out this match tonight with those vicious punches, vicious kicks. We saw that rebound big boot, and now he's just stomping a hole in Goose Gordon. You can just see how much he hates this man here tonight.
It's unbelievable, the sheer ferocity. The storm is coming. The storm is coming, and it is called a boot storm. That's what's coming.
Absolutely. Absolutely, Columbo. Crom Wolf gaining a lot of momentum ever since he did that trickaroo there, running out and running back in with that clothesline. Crom Wolf's gained momentum. He's gained... What is he doing here? Going to the top rope? What is he doing, Columbo?
He's going for the leap!
God! Mamma mia! That deadly knee from top rope!
That was some spicy gumbo, if I do say so myself.
But doesn't look like it fazed Goose Gordon much, as he had hit a swinging neck breaker, and now they're taking this fight to the outside of the ring.
I'm getting nervous, Anthony. When these fights go out into the ring, they don't end well.
Absolutely not. At least not tonight. That's for damn sure.
I very much agree. Goose Gordon's got to get this thing wrapped up and back inside that ring, but he's looking to get some vicious pain into Goose Gordon. I think he's going to come close to breaking that arm if he's not careful.
Oh my God! Smashing Crom Wolf's face into that ring turnbuckle. My God!
We got a bleeder. I think we've got a bleeder.
Oh my gosh! It wouldn't surprise me, Columbo. We already had 8 count. Goose Gordon running back into the ring to stop the referee's count. 9 counts. Will Crom Wolf get back? Oh, Crom Wolf is back in the ring. Goose Gordon thought he wins. Thought he won with the count out. Crom Wolf standing menacingly behind him.
It was a surprise, if I do say so myself.
Absolutely, Columbo. Hopefully you weren't breaking character there.
I just had to laugh at the sheer panic in Goose Gordon's eyes. You know, you don't want to walk into 6'11" of strong man like Crom Wolf.
Absolutely not. Just the menacing as Crom Wolf stared at him too, Columbo. Boy, oh boy. Crom Wolf gaining momentum back in this match here tonight.
Agreed. He's got Goose Gordon out on the ropes. He's going for swings. He's not really connecting, but he's certainly trying.
My God!
Beautiful.
Goose Gordon with a dragon screw.
Agility.
Beautiful agility. Dragon screw. Columbo, did you see Cromwell's head bounce off of the turnbuckle there and just hit the mat again? What's Goose Gordon doing here? Oh my God, a baseball slide through the ropes, Columbo. Mamma mia!
That was some spicy gumbo. Or meatballs, I don't know which. I just know this match is turning into something incredible, ladies and gentlemen. I can't believe it.
I can't believe it either. Can I? At all, Columbo. The Cardiff Wales crowd can't believe it, and we're just hoping this doesn't end in another draw tonight, Columbo. Out of 5 count, I believe.
It would surely be a disappointment considering the beautiful work these two rivals have been putting out here. Beautiful wrestling here tonight. Beautiful right hands, beautiful agility. Goose Gordon coming back in to save this match and put it back into the ring.
Thank goodness, Columbo. This match, as awesome as it's been as the main event, should not have ended in a... Mamma mia! What a low blow, Columbo!
What a nutcracker, if I do say so myself!
And the referee choosing to just turn a blind eye to it, as that should have been illegal, for sure.
A pure disappointment in the actions of the ref, if I do say so myself, but Goose Gordon is looking to bring this match home. He's got Cromwell on the ropes. You can see Cromwell is feeling the weight of the blows he's suffered here tonight. I don't know how much more he's got in that tank, Anthony.
I don't know either, Johnny. Folks, if you're just joining us tonight, we're here live at the Ludic Wrestling Lounge. I'm Anthony Cassidy. That was Johnny Columbo. We're here in our main event of the night. Goose Gordon there, the gentleman with the unfortunate football helmet, versus Cromwell, the witch doctor himself, getting spiked down on the wrestling mats. As Goose Gordon goes for a pinfall. 1 and 2. Only a 2 count, Columbo. 2. Only 2.
I believe that was that the first pin of the night or the second? Either way, this match has been a roller coaster of emotions, a roller coaster of damage, a roller coaster of slams as that one is. I think he did a 360 spin.
Absolutely.
On Cromwell there.
Looked like a modified suplex drop. Cromwell with the reversal into the corner. What's he going to set up for here? Oh, just a blows on the helmet of... Boy, I don't think you'd ever want to punch a helmet, Columbo.
I don't know if Cromwell can feel that. I think he's just mad with rage towards his rival. Goose Gordon has earned it in Cromwell's mind.
Pinfall, only a 2 count. Only a 2 count. This match continues.
And you can see how energized this crowd is by this roller coaster of a match.
Cromwell! Oh my God, what is he doing here?
Is he trying to rip off that helmet?
That's the wolf stomp, Columbo! Mamma mia! What a stomp! 1,
I don't know if
2.
he's still breathing at this point.
Oh my God! Cromwell lands the wolf stomp, beats Goose Gordon, and this rivalry continues, Columbo.
Absolutely unbelievable. This was more or less an absolute...
Oh, they're still fighting! Columbo, they're still fighting after the match. This rivalry's definitely heating up. Goose Gordon not happy, tried to fight him off, but Cromwell teaching him a thing or two. And boy, you could see Cromwell got split open in this match. But boy, Columbo, I almost wanted to go to another match. Another show, if you will.
I think I'm inclined to keep this thing going myself.
If you're with it, I'm with it, Columbo.
Let's bring it on home, Anthony. That was honestly one of the top matches of the night, along with Sal Salas and King Leonard, for me.
Absolutely, Columbo. Absolutely. Columbo, do you want to go to our Saturday night main event? Do you want to go to our next show, or are we calling it a wrap tonight?
I'm fine either way, Anthony. Whatever you prefer. I just have to keep away from the ex-wives.
Fair enough. Hades Herald, if you're still out there, if you want this to continue, give us a hell yeah. And if not, that's fine too. Because boy, oh boy, what a few matches we had tonight, Columbo. What a show. What a show.
While we wait for Hades Herald to give us a hell yeah, which he gave us a hell yeah. We're going on, folks.
We are moving.
We're doing this.
Oh my gosh, Columbo, what a set of matches we have on this match tonight. We have Giant Panther, we have Reese Robbins, and boy oh boy, Giant Panther himself, he has been around the wrestling game, honestly, since the early 80s, back of those times of yore, the 80s. Such good times. Columbo, what can you tell me of the 80s?
I don't remember. I was hanging out with Tom Selleck a lot.
Tom Selleck. Anyway, moving forward, Giant Panther standing 6'8", 320 pounds. He's from Venice Beach, California. He is not a crowd favorite, though, Columbo, but he is Mr. Olympian himself. You're going to be looking out for, and by we, of course, I mean Reese Robbins, who needs to look out for that Panther Fist and just that brutal chokeslam, which are the finishers of Giant Panther himself. Now, Columbo, what can you tell us of Reese Robbins, besides him looking super fly in his get-up here?
You know, he's got to look out for this Lou Ferrigno look-alike, but I tell you, Reese Robbins is going to be a sight to behold. TNT himself. Those hands contain pure TNT. Hailing from Miami, Florida, weighing in at 242 pounds, standing at 6'2". You got to look for the Miami Splash, Anthony. That leads into that dynamite TNT elbow. I tell you, Robbins, he doesn't play around. He brings out the Miami Fury when he closes out with those Miami firework explosions, doing backflips left and right, giant belly flops. It's something to behold.
Absolutely, Columbo. Something to behold. I'm looking forward to this inaugural look at Reese Robbins and Giant Panther. But now we move on to the second match of the night. A good old friend of ours, King Leon Leonard, as we saw him in our last matchup. Our loyal viewers against this bruiser of a man, Bruiser Bullwhip. Let me tell you, Bruiser Bullwhip himself is not a nice man, Columbo, and let me tell you why he's not a nice man, because he is definitely a heel. He stands 6'6", 308 pounds, nickname of The Butcher, and boy, I believe it, this man standing and hailing from Wolverhampton, West Midlands. I don't even know where that's at, Columbo, but it sounds like a place that you don't want to be in a back alley with Bruiser Bullwhip.
Yeah, I believe that's probably somewhere in the UK, so going up against the King from Camelot is probably within line. Again, King Leon landed, hailing from Camelot, standing at 6'4", 140 pounds. You got to look out for those royal hands, the royal backhands, the royal kicks. That's what he goes for. He's a solid tactician, good at wrestling. It ended up backfiring up against him with Sal Salas, who was equally a tactician. But what Bruiser Bullwhip's got to look out for is that dungeon lock, a powerful submission move from the King, and anything the King is working from the corner. Because if he gets that Camelot corner in from the top turnbuckle, those drop kicks, I swear to you, they're going to rip his head off.
Absolutely. And again, Bruiser Bullwhip needs to be hitting his finisher tonight to even possibly take down King Leon Leonard. And those finishers, Columbo, the Butcher's Rack, which you do not want to be a part of. That is a torture rack in itself. And, of course, we have as well the Bullwhip Suplex, his Avalanche half-and-half suplex in the corner. Boy, that's a deadly set of finishers, Columbo. And we're going to move on to our third matchup. We have a 2-on-2 mixed gender tag match, Columbo. As you see there, we have Jacob Jett steering away from his partner Arn Anderson of the Enforcers there, and he's matching up with Crush Cruz. Let me tell you a little bit about Jacob Jett himself, as he is away from Arn Anderson, but Jacob Jett, still hailing from Brooklyn, New York, still a treacherous fighter, looking to hit that jetpack finisher, which is that clothesline rolling neck snap, and of course the Brooklyn clutch. That's a deadly submission. And Crush Cruz, if you remember, Columbo, Crush Cruz was in our inaugural episode, and we saw her taunt, which was a hell of a taunt, in our last matchup there. She is going to be looking for her finishers, of course, tonight. But before I tell you about the finishers, let me tell you that she stands at 6'3", 139 pounds. Nicknamed the Claw because of her finishers. Hailing from Kenya, her finishers, the Claw Slam and the Claw Hold. And boy, oh boy, this is going to be a great third matchup tonight at the Ludic Wrestling League. Johnny Columbo, my partner in crime here. Why don't you tell us about our other two opponents here tonight?
Well, to be quite frank, for one, I am surprised that we are getting this mixed match tag team. I did not even know we did that, but it is a welcome surprise, ladies and gentlemen, if I do say so myself. Our male counterpart on the opposing side is a gentleman by the name of Simon Ruth, hailing from another time. I don't know what that means. He might be a time traveler. Standing in at 6'1", weighing in at 220 pounds. He likes his old-timey moves. He likes his old-timey arm drags, which you can equate to a suplex. The nostalgia clap. He likes his clapping. He likes smacking people. He likes punching people in the head. It's ruthless. He likes to keep it old school. And by old school, I mean he likes to kick people in the old school fashion. You got to look out for that arm wrench of his. It's brutal. He can rip off your arm and beat you in the head with it. Turning to the lovely Miss Wilcox, Whitney Wilcox, hailing from Charlotte, North Carolina, standing at 6'3", 252 pounds. She is the X Factor here in this match, Anthony, if I do say so myself. She loves her kicks. Those kicks are her secret weapon and her major weapon. I don't know why I said that. They're all kinds of weapons.
Absolutely, Columbo.
You got the finisher to look out here. Look out for Whitney Wilcox is her X-plex. It is a super kind of suplex that leads from a drop kick to a suplex. I don't know how that works. I don't even know if that's what it is. But we'll see how it goes. What do we got next up on the docket, Anthony?
For our fourth match tonight, a good old friend of ours as well. This name's familiar. Crom Wolf versus Sutton Slater. Crom Wolf, as we saw him, the witch doctor himself, standing 6'11", 353 pounds, hailing from the Amazon and not the shipping company, folks. He is definitely treacherous. We already saw how he finished off Goose Gordon earlier with that amazing finisher of his. And by finisher, boy, that big ol' wolf stomp that we saw. If Sutton Slater finds himself on that stomp, he is going to be done for the night. But why don't you tell us a little bit about Sutton Slater and how is he going to even possibly hold a candle to Crom Wolf tonight, Columbo?
Well, I don't know myself, Anthony, seeing as how he's a squire. He's not a full knight. He might not be that as experienced as we hope, but we'll see. Standing at 6'3", 228 pounds, hailing from Pawtucket in Rhode Island, Sutton Slater, the squire himself, his signature moves, the squire slam, a giant Olympic slam. He loves his slams. It seems to be a recurring theme here at the Ludic Wrestling Lounge. The finisher that Crom Wolf has got to look out for is his clothesline from hell, the Squire Strike, and his Sutton Cross. He loves throwing those hands, Anthony, and I think that's what Crom Wolf has got to look out for. He's going to get the Sutton Slate is going to look to get in mean. He's going to look to get in close and dirty and throw in those hands.
Absolutely, Columbo. Absolutely. Now for our fifth match of the night here at the Ludic Wrestling Lounge, we have Antonicus Maximus versus Darren Davis. Now let me tell you a little bit about Antonicus Maximus, loyal viewers. Antonicus Maximus, we saw him in our inaugural show. He is definitely a crowd favorite, nicknamed the Gladiator for obvious reasons, as you can see there. Hailing from Athens, Greece, he is standing 6 foot, 220 pounds. And boy, Columbo, as we saw in his first inaugural match here in the Ludic Wrestling League, Johnny, he hit with that Maximus Buster. Boy, that Maximus Buster was vicious, Columbo. Don't you remember it?
Absolutely. It was the highlight of that first night, Anthony. And if I do say so myself, if he brings in that kind of ferocity, I don't know if Darren Davis can hold up to it.
Absolutely not, Columbo. I don't think so. Why don't you tell us a little bit about Darren Davis and where he hails from, Columbo?
Certainly. Darren Davis, the sweet man himself, bringing the sweetness, hailing from New York, standing at 7 foot 3 inches, 352 pounds. I tell you, this man is full of sweet, sweet power. He comes in with his spikes, his power bombs, his DDTs. The thing you got to look out for are those finishers, though. He comes in with that sweet driver, and he comes in and slams people like nobody's business.
Absolutely, like it's nobody's business. Now, Columbo, what we've all waiting for here, the final main event of the night, we have Chelsea Hero versus America's sweetheart herself, Dr. Amanda Aloha. Now, let me tell you a little bit about Chelsea Hero. Now, Chelsea Hero definitely is a crowd favorite here. Both of these wrestlers in our main event are crowd favorites. Chelsea Hero stands 5'5", 132 pounds, hailing from Fresno, California. Now, what Chelsea Hero is going to be looking for to finish off Dr. Amanda Aloha tonight is she's going to be definitely looking for her California shoot smash. And boy, that shoot smash is a very vicious kick to the face. Hopefully Dr. Amanda Aloha doesn't find herself there. And of course, the Delaware smash from Chelsea Hero is definitely one heck of a smash. Dr. Amanda Aloha does not want to find herself on the end of those finishers tonight, Columbo.
Absolutely. America's sweetheart is looking to bring in a certain kind of dominance here, Hawaiian dominance. Dr. Amanda Aloha, as our viewers are sure to remember, comes in at 5'5", weighing in 186 pounds, hailing from Honolulu, Hawaii. She is truly America's sweetheart. The things that Chelsea Hero is going to have to look out for are the Aloha press, these arm drags and drop kicks. What's more important, though, is the Paradise Stunner. It's a brutal boot. It's a brutal head drop. I swear, Chelsea Hero might not see that coming, but we're going to be able here, folks, to give you all the goods.
Absolutely. That is definitely. We are here to give the goods. Let's start tonight, Columbo. Let's get it done. Let's go. I'm excited. Are you excited?
I'm absolutely excited. Ladies and gentlemen, are you excited?
I'm going to take that as a yes, Columbo, as we are live here at the Ludic Wrestling Lounge, and we are ready
live and alive.
We are live and alive, most definitely, Columbo. We are most definitely going to see some great athletic prowess. Hopefully we don't end the night with any draws again, Columbo, as that was mighty disappointing last time.
Absolutely. I'm hoping that our wrestlers understand the scope of what's going on here. We don't want draws. We want wins. We want decisive, vicious wins.
Boy, look at this beautiful crowd. Look at that beautiful stage.
I will certainly agree. This is the first time our viewers have seen our Saturday night main events stage, if that's what we're calling this show. I don't remember.
Oh, my God, Columbo. San Francisco.
We moved from Cardiff to San Francisco, California. Can you believe it?
That was one hell of a red-eye, Columbo.
Saturday nights are all right indeed, if I do say so myself.
I don't understand that reference, Columbo.
They're starting to worry me, Anthony.
Speaking of worrying, Reese Robbins definitely undersized in this match, Columbo, as he should be worrying about Giant Panther, as you could just see from his headshot there, just a confidence, cool, definitely one cool cat.
Absolutely. I think Giant Panther knows how to use his size, and I think Reese Robbins is severely underestimating what he is going to be facing in this ring.
Definitely, as seeing how Giant Panther is a lot taller of Reese Robbins, you can most definitely say he's got legs, and he knows how to use them.
I don't understand that reference.
That's alright, Columbo. Neither do I. All I understand is we're in for a great night of matches here at the Ludic Wrestling Lounge.
And we're getting this fight rolling, ladies and gentlemen.
That we are, Columbo. Oh boy. Here he is, this specimen of a man, Giant Panther himself. Been around the wrestling game since the early 1980s. And boy, how can he still look so chiseled here in the year of 2020?
I honestly don't know. I hope it's nothing nefarious. I hope he's not some weird clone of Lou Ferrigno or Arnold Schwarzenegger, but this is a brick of a man, and you can see it.
That you can, Columbo, as he's just slowly just making his way down to the ring. Yes, look at that crowd sound. Beauty and brains. I don't know about the brains part, but he definitely has the beauty, Columbo. Is this good specimen of a man, the Olympian himself, Giant Panther?
I agree, Anthony, though I am curious about that hair. It looks a little bit too much like a helmet for me.
Most definitely, Columbo. A little too blonde as well.
Do you think he took a lesson from Goose Gordon?
Possibly, as helmets seem to be a theme here in the Ludic Wrestling Lounge.
It is a welcome theme, though, if I do say so myself.
Absolutely, Columbo. Absolutely. We're waiting on Reese Robbins. And boy, are we ever waiting for him. Oh, here he goes. We see the lights. We see the cameras. And here comes the action, baby.
From Miami, weighing in at
Reese Robbins
242 pounds.
bringing in the thunder on that entrance stage, if I do say so myself. He's looking mighty confident as he's heading down that ramp, Anthony.
Now, Columbo, don't you have a pair of those glasses yourselves? I could have sworn I saw you with a pair of those glasses before.
I only wear them for ex-wife number 5.
Absolutely, as that was her kink.
She liked librarians.
Superstar librarians by the look of those superstar glasses.
And he is a feisty one, if I do say so myself. We are here at our Saturday night's main events. Goose Gordon riling up the crowd, readying up to fight the Giant Panther. I don't know how he's going to chop that tree down, Anthony.
Well, Johnny, first of all, that's Reese Robbins, not Goose Gordon. That's okay, Columbo. You're getting mighty senile in your old age.
That is true, unfortunately. That's why I keep getting divorced.
All right. Now, Johnny, who's our referee tonight?
We've got Jim Shibuya
Oh,
refereeing tonight.
Mr. Shibuya, what a man.
Shibuya staying out of the way here as Reese Robbins comes in for that slam.
Absolutely. Boy, he is taking it to Giant Panther. This is I did not expect this with an STO leg sweep there. Just slamming Giant Panther on his back, Columbo.
Absolutely. This is utterly surprising. I was expecting pure domination by Giant Panther from the get-go, and that is not the case here. We're looking at early lead by Reese Robbins here. Shibuya going for the pin. Only I don't even think that went into a count, did it?
I think it was just barely a one, Columbo, if that. Reese Robbins dominating Columbo, doing some of these STO leg sweeps here. Now he's gaining some crowd favoritism there, screaming to the crowd. Oh my God, Columbo! Look at that bouncing Giant Panther's face off of that turnbuckle.
That's one way to tame a panther, if I do say so myself. I don't know if I approve.
I don't know, but one thing that Reese Robbins approving of is his momentum in this ring tonight, Columbo. He is definitely not afraid at all of the size advantage of Giant Panther. Going for another pin here, even, Columbo.
Hades Herald, we agree. Jesus, this is one brutal showing by Reese Robbins.
Hades Herald, no, that's not Helen Keller. It's Jim Shibuya is our referee tonight. Definitely a little slow on the counts, but overall, I think he'll pick it up. This is his first time overall refereeing for us here at the Ludic Wrestling League Lounge.
A lot of our referees are here at the Lounge League Lounge. Our referees are occasionally not the brightest, but we're looking to improve.
But they have heart, Columbo, and that's what we're looking for here at the Ludic Wrestling Lounge. A lot of heart. Reese Robbins gaining back a little bit of momentum, stealing it really from Giant Panther. Oh my God! Vicious jump to a boot on the chest of Giant Panther.
Absolutely brutal. Reese Robbins is trying to show off his skills here. Shibuya going for the pin count. Not even a one there, Anthony.
Not even a one at all. Hades Herald most definitely stomped. Speaking of stomps, Manhole stomps in the corner. Crowd starting to count the number of kicks, but they lost count as it was just rapid stomps onto the Giant Panther.
Rapid, absolutely rapid.
Senton splash from the ropes there. Another pinfall. Jim Sheboygan getting in better position this time. 2 counts. 3 counts. Reese Robin wins tonight in his first debut match there. And Columbo, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that was Reese Robin's TNT splash.
I am inclined to agree, Anthony. That was a splash, and Reese Robbins made a hell of a splash here tonight.
Absolutely.
A giant upset, but these two gentlemen are classy sportsmen. You gotta love it.
Absolutely. Even though they have a rivalry, Columbo, that was a nice show of respect. The young man, Reese Robbins, showing a lot of respect there to Giant Panther, the elder statesman here of the Ludic Wrestling Lounge. Oh boy, Columbo. Oh boy, here we go. Bruiser Bullwhip versus King Leon Leonard.
You know, Anthony, my money is on Bruiser Bullwhip. He's got those bloody knuckles. He's got the chest hair. He's got the handlebar. He's got the experience. He's got the power. He's got that menace. I don't think King Leonard is going to be able to measure up to that.
I don't think King Leon Leonard actually has won yet, Columbo, in 3 of his matches, I believe, that he's already been showcased in. But you know what? Here at the Ludic Wrestling Lounge, it doesn't matter, because any opportunity is a good opportunity to get out there and try to work your way up the ranks for our eventual title belts that we're waiting on these wrestlers to actually wrestle for. But we're still early league. We still have to demonstrate a lot of our wrestlers. So we're going to hold off on any championship matches, at least for a little while. At least till our pay-per-view coming up later in this calendar month.
And remember, ladies and gentlemen, please let us know who you are putting your bets on, your non-denominational bets. I don't even know if that's the right word, but don't bet money.
Absolutely. All bets here are just for entertainment purposes only. Here we go. Bruiser Bullwhip making his way.
The following contest.
Look at those overalls.
I was going to say, Columbo, speaking of bets, I would have never bet that Bruiser Bullwhip came out in a pair of overalls, but I'm not going to tell him they look silly, because I do not want any of those bloody knuckles to end up in my face.
You know, I get the feeling Bruiser Bullwhip hung out with Teddy Roosevelt once upon a time, but that's just a supposition on my part. If I'm even using that word correctly, I don't know. I'm just trying to sound clever.
Oh, Columbo, you are very clever. Now remember, Bruiser Bullwhip is one bruiser of a man, standing 6'6", 308 pounds. The Butcher himself, hailing from Wolverhampton, West Midlands, somewhere in the UK. I don't know. I barely get out of the house.
Agreed. But to be honest, home is where the heart is. Now, I'm wondering how he's going to fight with an eye patch, but I think he's got a glass eye like I do, to be quite frank.
Absolutely. Home is where the heart is, Columbo, but wrestling is where the Ludic Wrestling Lounge is.
And his opponent.
Completely agree, Anthony. Now we have King Leon Leonard walking out, again hailing from Camelot, measuring at 6'4", coming in at 148 pounds. You got to watch out for those royal hands and those royal kicks. He does not spare them. The Camelot corner and his dungeon lock are things to be afraid of. But I hope, unlike last time, he doesn't let his ego rule. It failed him in the match with Sal Salas. It should not fail him here if he knows what is good for him.
That is true. Now, Columbo, as you were reading his height and weight, one thing that just came to mind is definitely undersized against Bruiser Bullwhip here tonight.
We're looking at fast and lean versus brawn and brute strength.
Brawn and mean.
Brawn and mean, because brute strength and brawn are probably the same things.
Smashing indeed, fan they are out in the crowd. Smashing indeed.
Absolutely smashing.
All right. Oh, Bruiser Bull already just dominating with that power bomb there. Oh my gosh, Columbo. Is this even going to be a match tonight? Oh!
I mean,
vicious
I certainly hope to God.
Slaps in the face! Just disrespecting the king!
I mean, that's what the British do to their monarchy, as far as I'm concerned. Bruiser Bullwhip showing his disdain for this king, his supposed king of his own country, if I'm not so mistaken. A beautiful pin by Bruiser Bullwhip. Unfortunately, it leads nowhere, though.
Columbo, what athleticism from the top rope there from Bruiser Bullwhip. I was not expecting that.
You know, I was expecting a lot more speed coming from King Leonard, but I swear to God, Anthony, I am surprised. Bruiser Bullwhip is coming in fast, and he is whip cracking, just like a bullwhip.
Absolutely, Columbo. For those of you just joining us here tonight, we are live here from San Francisco, California, here for the Ludic Wrestling Lounge. I'm Anthony Cassidy. The beautiful gentleman you just heard was my partner in crime, Johnny Columbo. We're here, Bruiser Bullwhip, just the brute of a man versus King Leon Leonard, the undersized and, quite frankly, undermatched king here tonight in the ring.
This is sheer, unadulterated domination, Anthony. King Leonard does not stand a chance against the sheer force and speed of Bruiser Bullwhip.
Not at all. Bruiser Bullwhip just dominating with punches, mounted punches to the face of King Leon Leonard and just disrespecting the king himself.
Absolutely, Anthony. I think his power comes from that chest hair and that back hair.
Boy, that back hair is glistening here tonight, Columbo, as Bruiser Bullwhip here goes for a gut wrench deadlift powerbomb.
A brutal powerbomb. You could hear the ripple on the ring from Topeka, Kansas.
I believe Topeka, Kansas is where ex-wife number 1 is from, Columbo. Is that correct?
That is absolutely incorrect. She is from Atlanta.
I thought you were going for the depths of hell, Columbo. That would have been a funnier joke.
I have respect for my ex-wives, even though they take so much in alimony from me.
So much in alimony. You're practically doing this for free, Columbo.
I do it out of love, Anthony. That's the God's honest truth.
Ooh,
love of the sport. And love of Bruiser Bullwhip's elbows. That's why.
Oh, vicious headbutt by Bruiser Bullwhip on King Leon Leonard. Just really not caring at all for any sort of bodily harm.
To be quite honest, Anthony, I think King Leon gas tank is running on empty, and it was smashed out of him from jump in this match.
Oh boy, Bruiser Bullwhip, what is he going for here? Oh no. Ah, swinging neck breaker. Holy moly, Columbo.
Goddamn indeed, Hades Herald. Goddamn indeed.
Ah, Bruiser Bullwhip. Looking mighty angry at your boy in there. But look, ladies and gentlemen, he's sizing him up. He's going for his finisher. Are we going to see the Bullwhip suplex? Or are we going to see a Bruiser hold? Oh God, here it comes. The Bruiser. Hold! Oh God, no! I am incorrect in telling you that is the butcher's rack! Oh! Mamma mia!
That was a king's breakfast, if I do say so myself. We have a winner, ladies and gentlemen.
By submission, Bruiser Bullwhip with a butcher's rack. And boy, oh boy, King Leon Leonard stood just nothing. Didn't stand any ground tonight, Columbo.
Absolutely not. From jump, Bruiser Bullwhip came out and gave out brutal slams, brutal hands, brutal fists. Unrelenting speed is what impressed me the most out of this match, Anthony. Absolutely unrelenting. Bruiser Bullwhip did not relent. He did not stop. And he came in hard to get in a brutal torture act. That is absolutely correct, Hades Herald. An absolute brutal torture rack leading to a submission finish.
Boy, that Butcher's Rack Columbo is going to be a definite fear as Bruiser Bullwhip works his way up the ranks to eventually go for that title belt that he is searching for.
If anything, Anthony, I think Bruiser Bullwhip just proved himself as a big contender for those belts.
Absolutely. And my, oh my. Looks like Bruiser Bullwhip and King Leon Leonard are starting to have a nice little rivalry here, if I do say so myself, Columbo.
Agreed, Anthony. We're looking at the development of a lot of career-defining rivalries here, and we won't see the last of them. I'm sure of that.
Absolutely.
Moving on to our tag team.
Boy, oh boy, Jacob Jet, Crush Cruz. I didn't even know they knew each other, to be quite honest with you, Columbo.
Can we expect sparks in the air, Anthony, or am I assuming too much of our wrestlers?
I think you're assuming way too much of our wrestlers, Columbo. But you never know. Miracles happen here at the Ludic Wrestling League, Lounge League.
Mostly draws.
Boy, aren't you just so correct there, Columbo. Unfortunately, or fortunately I should say, so far so good. No draws here tonight in our Saturday night main event. But one thing I do want to tell you, Columbo, and you loyal viewers there at home, is Jacob Jet, Crush Cruz, unlikely duo here tonight. But Jacob Jet himself, again, he's going to be looking most definitely for his jetpack finisher, which is that clothesline / his rolling neck snap. And trust me, it sounds convoluted, but once you see it happen in the ring, ladies and gentlemen, and everyone and anyone in between, it's a brutal hit. Now, Crush Cruz, on the other hand, less brutal, more technique, as Crush Cruz, the Claw herself from Kenya, looking for her claw slam or claw holds, and both of them are most definitely going to win her the match tonight. Now, Columbo.
Absolutely agreed. Now, the one thing I'm afraid of here, Anthony, is Simon Ruth. I'm afraid he's a little too old-timey for these new classes of wrestlers. He hails from another time. I don't know if he's going to be able to handle Jacob Jet's pure, unadulterated Brooklyn menace.
I don't know about that, Columbo, but one thing I want to remind you, our loyal viewers at home, this is what's called a mixed tag match. So in mixed tag matches, typically it means one male, one female wrestler versus another male, another female wrestler. And what ends up happening is once the male superstar tags the female superstar, the other male superstar, his opponent, has to automatically tag the female partner, so that way there's no male versus female or female versus male, just to make things nice and even here at the Ludic Wrestling League. Lounge League.
Lounge League. Thank you for that wonderful description, Anthony, giving the folks at home all the information that they need to keep this thing going live and alive here at the Ludic Wrestling Lounge.
In San Francisco, California, Columbo.
Is that where we are? Did I say something else?
No. I'm just reminding the beautiful viewers at home that we are live here in... Whoa! Crush Cruz! Look at this ATV!
Unbelievable entrance. Unexpected on my part, Anthony. A wonderful entrance showing off...
Oh! She got awfully close to us there.
That scared the ever-loving crap out of me, Anthony.
So that's what that smell was.
It wasn't the bean burrito I had here at lunch, I'll tell you that much.
Ah, fair enough. Now, Crush Cruz, hailing from Kenya, coming out in that ATV, is one mean wrestler. Definitely a favorite here in the women's division. Interesting to see her match up with male counterpart Jacob Jet for this mixed tag match. Johnny, what do you think about that?
I think it's going to be an interesting combination. But we're talking wild strength and precise technique. I'm not 100% sure if it's going to work, but they must have been put together for a reason, so we'll see how it goes.
Absolutely. Now, coming out right now, we have Simon Ruth as we pan over the beautiful crowd here in San Francisco. Simon Ruth he is definitely a part, for those of you not sure, because this is Simon Ruth's first appearance, Simon Ruth was a part of the tag team with Benjamin Watson of
the Vaudevillians.
The Vaudevillians. And there, as you can see, their theme is the old-timey of yore. The manly men, if you will. Back when men were men and sheep were nervous.
You got me there, Anthony. I was not expecting the sheep.
Nobody ever does, Columbo. And nor does anybody ever expect the Spanish Inquisition. For
I
those
don't
who just
understand that reference.
That's all right, Columbo. For those of you just joining us here tonight, we are live and alive here in San Francisco, California, at the Ludic Wrestling Lounge. I'm Anthony Cassidy. That beautiful gentleman you just heard from is my partner, Johnny Columbo. We're here in our second match of the night, and Simon Ruth is here appearing here with his tag team partner, Crush Cruz, against our opponents that are going to be a handful for them.
Simon Ruth, and incoming into the ring, Whitney Wilcox, again standing at 6'3", 254 pounds. She is the X Factor. You got to look out for those X Factor moves, the X kicks, the X plexes, anything that sounds like a move, just put an X in front of it. That's what she does, because she's the X Factor.
Absolutely, Columbo. Absolutely. Hades Herald, we thank you for staying with us as long as you have. You are a cherished member here of the Ludic Wrestling Lounge. And thank you to you, and thank you to everyone else who's joining us here live and alive from San Francisco, California. It looks like Columbo... Go ahead, Columbo. I'm sorry. I'm too excited.
I'm excited, too. This crowd is excited. We're about to get this match underway.
Oh, my God. Jacob Jett with a snap suplex on Simon Ruth here. And it looks like he is looking to dominate this match early. As early as he can.
Those elbows are proving the case. I was afraid that the old-timey nature of Simon Ruth is going to backfire, and it's certainly backfiring against the sheer ferocity of whatever this guy's name is that I forget.
Jacob Jett, Columbo. Jacob Jett.
Too much vodka, ladies and gentlemen. Too much vodka. It's a hell of a thing.
It is a hell of a thing. And speaking of hell of a things, that clothesline there from Jacob Jett, boy oh boy, he is really dominating. Oh my gosh, Simon Ruth with the technical reversal there, Columbo.
I'm surprised he's using tactics over sheer brawn of Jacob Jett.
Absolutely.
Nobody here, thank you for your follow. The Techno Elf, we thank you for hosting. Nobody near, we thank you for hosting. Welcome to the Ludic Wrestling Lounge, folks. I'm Johnny Columbo. Joining me, as always, is my co-host, Anthony Cassidy. You are watching a mixed tag match that
Absolutely.
It is about to get wild up in here.
Whitney Wilcox, the X Factor herself, just bearing down on Crush Cruz here at the Ludic Wrestling Lounge, live and alive here in San Francisco, California.
This is our Saturday night's main event. You're watching the sheer agility of Wilcox here, Whitney Wilcox, bringing in the heat, bringing in the force, bringing in the power.
And thank you once again to Techno Elf for hosting and following. We are barely starting out. This is our third broadcast here at the Ludic Wrestling Lounge. So we are an up-and-coming new league. Second official one. So we are an up-and-coming new wrestling league here. So everyone there, all 5 of you there, we thank you for watching. We thank you for joining us here at the Ludic Wrestling Lounge. And overall, we thank you for staying with us, to be quite honest.
Now you're seeing the sheer domination of Cruz by Wilcox here. It is an absolute brutal fight going on here, Anthony.
Absolutely. She was just rocking the back there of Crush Cruz, Columbo. Oh, with a German sweep there. Banging the head of Whitney Wilcox. Crush Cruz tags in Jacob Jett. Simon Ruth runs into the ring there as, Simon Ruth with vicious punches.
Punches in bunches in what looks like an old-timey Speedo. He's going for the pin there, Anthony.
Only a 1 count, though, as, Johnny, who is our referee here tonight again? I do apologize.
Jim Shabuye, ladies and gentlemen,
Jim
is our referee. He's
Shabuye.
about as efficient as Helen Keller working a garden, but it's okay.
It's okay, ladies and gentlemen. Like I said, we're still an upcoming league, so our referees themselves are still up and coming. Crush Cruz getting tagged in, which brings in Whitney Wilcox. And boy, what a heck of a mixed tag match we have here tonight. With the DDT onto Whitney Wilcox, bouncing that head off of... Oh, look at the tag team proficiency, Columbo, as Crush Cruz tags in Jacob Jett just to get themselves some rest here, as their opponents there, Simon Ruth, Whitney Wilcox, just are not catching a break here tonight, Columbo.
You can see Wilcox is taking her nap break as Simon Ruth starts to bring in those heated feet.
Heated feet and heated butt to the face of Jacob Jett.
I hope he wiped.
I hope he wiped too. Jacob Jett with a gut buster there on Simon Ruth. Kick. Ooh, vicious and malicious DDT there on the middle of the ring. Jacob Jett going in for some more, Columbo. Looks like he is going for, just literally bashing the head of Simon Ruth there, Columbo.
I would say that Jacob Jett is that guy who will get brutal and efficient with his punches. Brutal punches and bunches. He's taunting the crowd now. He's looking like he's getting ready. He's waiting for Ruth. I don't know why he's not taking advantage of this situation.
Oh! Speaking of which, he should not have been taunting as Simon Ruth with some fun trickery there with a pop, pop, bang. But Jacob Jett bringing him back down to town there, showing him the Brooklyn way. They bring a gun, you bring a knife.
I don't understand that reference, but I will say this has been an entertaining match so far. Nobody near. Thank you for your compliment. We really appreciate bringing this show to you folks, our new loyal listeners. We appreciate you coming on.
My God, Columbo, we have a free-for-all here as all four people are in the match here tonight. What's going on? Double spear! Dual spears, Columbo! Mamma mia!
That was some spicy meatball gumbo.
Whitney Wilcox just headbutts. Columbo, in my personal opinion, nobody ever wins in a headbutt, but apparently Whitney Wilcox is in this match tonight.
Agreed, Anthony. I don't know where Shibuya is, but he is not here in this match. He's letting a lot of things get away, and to be perfectly honest, I'm a little disappointed by that, but we're getting some brutal fight between these lovely ladies of the Ludic Lounge, Ludic Wrestling Lounge. But I'm afraid when we get outside the ring, because we have a unfortunate history of draws out here.
That we do, Columbo. But Whitney Wilcox just throwing down Crush Cruz here tonight. Crush Cruz looking, whoa, my God! With the exploder suplex by the side of the ring there. Watch out, Columbo. Things are heating up.
I could just smell the sweat coming off of these wrestlers, Anthony, and I'm afraid that we're coming close to a ring out here.
Oh, boy, I hope that's not the case, Columbo. Whitney Wilcox getting back in the ring, so at least we're bound, if there's a countout, to have a victor at this point, and not another draw, Columbo, as our Ludic Wrestling Lounge is prone to have, unfortunately.
Unfortunately at this point, but with all successes come disappointments.
Absolutely.
Take that to heart.
Absolutely, Columbo. Take it all to heart. Now, for those of you just joining us here tonight at the Ludic Wrestling Lounge, I'm Anthony Cassidy. That beautiful man you just heard from is Johnny Columbo. We are live from San Francisco, California, as we have Crush Cruz, Whitney Wilcox there at the edge of the ring, beating the holy hell out of each other with their tag team partners, respectively, Simon Ruth and Jacob Jett. Referee count at 7, Columbo. Are they going to get back in this ring?
I don't know. I'm starting to get nervous. I don't think that they are. I think we're looking for a draw here, Anthony. But Crush Cruz, she understands what was at stake, and she's back out and back in and back out again. What is going on? I don't know.
What's going on is just no one is going to take a draw in this match tonight, Columbo. They are looking for a definite W here tonight in San Francisco with this beautiful San Francisco crowd, are just super excited with this Crush Cruz and Whitney Wilcox tag team match.
And we're looking to get back to the male side of this. Jacob Jett coming after Simon Ruth, and Simon Ruth keeping it technical, keeping it clean.
Oh, keeping it with a punch to the face of Jacob Jett there, Columbo.
Absolutely agreed, Anthony.
Vicious elbows coming down on Simon Ruth onto Jacob Jett. Simon Ruth not messing around. Uh-oh, here we go. He's lining up for something, Columbo. What's he going to do here?
I think he's looking for that finish, Anthony.
Oh, boy, that he is, Columbo. Simon Ruth is going old school here tonight. Walking the tightrope. And bang! The old school by Simon Ruth with a pin. Sheboygan, what are you doing? 1, 2, and 3. The winners tonight, Simon Ruth, Whitney Wilcox, Columbo. What a match.
Talk about putting on the Ritz, Anthony.
Columbo, I don't understand that reference. What I do understand is we are live and alive here tonight in San Francisco, California at the Ludic Wrestling Lounge. I'm Anthony Cassidy. That beautiful man that you just heard is Johnny Columbo. We're in our second match here tonight, a mixed tag team match, and boy oh boy has it been exciting.
Correction, Anthony. This is our third match of the evening. You are coming in at the halfway point of our show, ladies and gentlemen. You're catching the highlights of a beautiful tag team match that Simon Ruth brought to a beautiful technical finish with his partner Whitney Wilcox. A well-deserved win by this new tag team.
This mixed tag team, and boy oh boy, you got to think, with this connection they're building here, that may pay dividends later on in our Ludic Wrestling Lounge, Columbo.
I am certainly inclined to agree, Anthony. Moving on to the next match, we have Crom Wolf versus Sutton Slater.
That we do. Now, for those of you who've watched us since episode 1, Crom Wolf, the Witch Doctor himself, has been a part of this Ludic Wrestling Lounge, as he has been in just about every match, every show we've shown Columbo, and boy oh boy, he is definitely all of that 6'11", 353-pound frame that he definitely has. One thing I will tell you...
Anthony.
Oh, thank you, Columbo. Thank you for agreeing with me. It warms my sweet, sweet heart when you always agree with me. His finisher tonight, ladies and gentlemen, he's going to be looking for the Witch Doctor, or so the Wolf Stomp, in which he showed last match against Goose Gordon in our last show. From Cardiff, Wales. Can you believe we took the red eye from Cardiff all the way here to San Francisco, Columbo?
We're aiming to get that two-show a night vibe, and we're certainly going for it. Whether or not Sutton Slater's up for it, I don't know. Sutton Slater, the Squire himself, looking to become the Knight, standing at 6'3", 228 pounds, hailing from Pawtucket, Rhode Island. You got to look out for those Squire moves. The Squire strikes, his club, he uses those arms as clubs. He slams like a Squire, but more importantly is that Sutton cross. You got to look out for those hands. He likes to box. He likes to get in close.
Absolutely, Columbo. Here comes the Amazonian himself, Crom Wolf, the Witch Doctor. And again, ladies and gentlemen here, thank you for being a part of the Ludic Wrestling Lounge League. I'm Anthony Cassidy. That's Johnny Columbo on the other end. My loyal friends. Crom Wolf, I don't even understand what he's wearing, Columbo.
I hesitate to say it is some kind of voodoo garb, because honestly, I don't know. I think he's just trying to stay warm. It's cold up here in San Francisco. I've got thigh warmers on myself.
Absolutely. You know what they say, Columbo? If you're going to San Francisco, be sure to put a flower in your hair.
I don't understand that reference.
Moving on! Crom Wolf, the Witch Doctor himself, again, has been on a hot streak as of late. In his rivalry against Goose Gordon, all 2 matches they fought, he has definitely been putting down just man after man, match after match, and you gotta think he's working his way up to the championship ranks here at the Ludic Wrestling Lounge, Columbo.
Absolutely, Anthony. Crom Wolf has been a dominating force in the matches we've seen of him so far. And just remember, ladies and gentlemen, please don't try this at home. Leave it to the professionals. Leave it to these storms of wrestlers with their power. I I mean, you can't do what Crom Wolf does at home. Look at the majesty of this man. He is ready. He is willing to bring the hurt down onto Sutton Slater.
Most importantly, Columbo, if I did try that outfit at home, I don't think I have enough tinfoil.
Maybe the aliens do, Anthony. You could ask them.
Possibly. Here comes Sutton Slater, the Squire himself, Columbo.
And his opponent from
He is armored up. He is ready to roll. I don't think they're going to let him keep that helmet on, but we're certainly going to wait and see and find out.
Well,
Crom Wolf has a thing for fighting people with helmets, if I do say so myself.
That you do, as Goose Gordon is known to wear his football helmet in the ring with them. Hades Herald, we do not recommend you do a Swanton Bomb off of your couch, but if you're going to do it, please be safe.
And use a lot of padding.
So much padding.
Just like wrap yourself in a mattress. That's what you should be doing.
Alrighty, Columbo. We saw our two opponents here tonight. Crom Wolf there, looking ready. Sutton Slater, not afraid of the Witch Doctor. Sheboygan calls for the bell, and let's get it on.
Crom Wolf coming in strong.
Absolutely, Columbo, coming in really strong. As Sutton Slater, I don't know if he knows what he's getting into, as these two men here have not fought each other yet here at the Ludic Wrestling Lounge.
I get the feeling Crom Wolf probably thinks he's just fighting Goose Gordon again because it's another clown with a helmet.
Oh, ouchie! And that is not the case, as that double axe handle strikes the head of Crom Wolf. But Sutton Slater should know better. Maybe that's why he's only a squire and not a knight, because you should not pin your opponent that quickly here at the Ludic Wrestling Lounge, as it's not going to really do anything for you, Columbo.
Agreed, Anthony. Crom Wolf was not down for that.
Absolutely not. Crom Wolf showing off his knees there to the midchecks and to the face, and with a giant vertical suplex and a taunt to the crowd, Columbo.
He's absolutely reveling in the energy this crowd is given. He is not undeterred by the armor of Sutton Slater. Probably because it's just a squire's armor. It's not that strong.
Boy, he is not caring for that. Uh-oh, what's Crom Wolf doing here? Oh my God! Mamma mia, Columbo!
That was a spicy left hook, if I do say so myself, Anthony.
You can say so for yourself, and following that up with a backbreaker to Sutton Slater, Crom Wolf just stomping the holy hell out of Sutton Slater.
Powerful boots, as always, from Crom Wolf, Anthony. Powerful boots.
Absolutely. If you're just joining us here tonight, folks, I'm Anthony Cassidy. That beautiful specimen of a man that you just heard from was Johnny Columbo. We're here live and alive from San Francisco at the Ludic Wrestling Lounge. We have Crom Wolf, the giant there in the yellow unitard, against Sutton Slater, the squire himself, and Crom Wolf, ladies and gentlemen, and everyone and anyone in between is dominating.
That is an understatement of the night, Anthony, as far as I'm concerned.
Absolutely. A nice palm strike there by Crom Wolf. Going back to some stomps. And let's see, picking back up Sutton Slater. Sutton Slater, okay, looking to gain some momentum, Columbo. But Crom Wolf just not letting him have it.
The sheer expertise and strength of Crom Wolf is unbelievable. I've said it before, I've said it again. You got to look out for those axe kicks. Those brutal kicks of Crom Wolf will send you home squealing.
Oh, and the Squire will be squealing tonight, Columbo, as he loses to Crom Wolf, who finished him with that axe kick to the back of the head. What a brutal kick, Columbo.
Absolutely brutal, Anthony, if I do say so myself. Crom Wolf came out strong from the onset of this match. The Squire Sutton Slater was outclassed in every sense of the word. He was not prepared. And as you can see from that beautiful, beautiful axe kick of Crom Wolf, not even that armor could protect him.
Not at all. The Amazon axe kick just is one mean finisher. And that's why Crom Wolf, again, slowly working his way up to the championship ranks here at the Ludic Wrestling Lounge. As boy, oh boy, he has been quite impressive, Columbo.
To be honest, right now, Anthony, he's the only one who's undefeated in the Ludic Wrestling Lounge, as far as I'm concerned, and as far as my memory tells me. But we're looking at a hell of a contender here for the big belts.
Absolutely, Columbo. Oh, this is the match I've been looking forward to, Columbo. We have Antonicus Maximus versus Sweet Darren Davis here tonight. Now, again, for those of you who were not joining us for the pre-show, we have Antonicus Maximus here, hailing from Athens, Greece, standing 6 foot, 220 pounds. Nicknamed the Gladiator for obvious reasons there with his gladiator makeup there. He is going to be looking for that Maximus Buster that we saw on our first broadcast here on the Ludic Wrestling Lounge League. That Maximus Buster, let me tell you, Columbo, one of the deadliest finishers I think we've seen in this league so far.
I'm certainly inclined to agree, Anthony. But to be honest, Sweet Darren Davis, he's got some skills of his own. We saw that before in the earlier matchup over Lazara. I forget his first name, unfortunately.
It was Jose Lazara, Columbo.
Jose Lazara, thank you very much. But Darren Davis, hailing from the wonderful city of New York, New York, Sweet Darren Davis, you got to look out for those DDTs, those power bombs. His finishes are those sweet drivers. He is bringing the absolute sweetness here tonight at the Ludic Wrestling Lounge here in San Francisco, California.
Absolutely, Columbo. Antonicus Maximus making his way down the ring here, looking all that massive 222 pounds. And for those of you just joining us here tonight, we are live and alive here in San Francisco, California at the Ludic Wrestling Lounge. I'm Anthony Cassidy. That beautiful man you just heard from was my partner, Johnny Columbo. Now, folks, I want to remind you as Antonicus Maximus is making his way down to the ring, we're at Twitter, if you want to follow us there, at Ludic Lounge. If you want to follow us there, obviously you found our Twitch page, so thank you for being a part of this here tonight. And boy, oh boy, Columbo, what a night it's been.
Agreed, Anthony. If I may add to your recommendations, please look us up on Facebook and like our page at the Ludic Lounge. You will find all things Ludic happening there. All frequent updates, announces for our next show will be made there and on Twitter. So pay attention, folks, and we will see you there. Now, Antonicus Maximus is working his way there. He's working his way into the ring and working that crowd like a proper gladiator should.
Absolutely, Columbo. Absolutely. Now remember, folks, for those of you who are just joining us, I don't know why you'd remember if you're just joining us, but anyway, this match is set for one fall. We have one Mono as Antonicus Maximus goes up against this man, Sweet Darren Davis.
And his opponent.
And you can see the sheer amount of focus in Darren Davis's eyes. This is how he rolls. He gives himself all of the focus he can. He's ready to go. He doesn't care what the crowd thinks. He's there to show off what he can do in this ring, Anthony. And that, to him, that's all that matters.
Absolutely. This is going to be a Clash of the Titans, most definitely, Columbo, as both of these men are just giants in the ring with giant personalities, and if I may say so myself, Columbo, giant finishing moves.
I'm expecting one quite hell of a war here, Anthony. These men know how to wrestle, they know how to battle, and would you look at that, I think we've got a war coming on.
Oh boy, oh boy. War. Huh. Yeah. What is it good for, Columbo?
Absolutely nothing.
I don't understand that reference, Columbo.
Me neither. But it is what it is. Now we've got the... Shibuya is getting this match underway.
Yes, he is. Sweet Darren Davis putting a fierce elbow to the face of Antonicus Maximus. And a fierce suplex down onto the mat tonight. Oh, and what a kick.
Unbelievable kicks, Anthony. I'm not sure how Antonicus is going to scale up against this Titan. This is a true David and Goliath story as far as I'm concerned.
Absolutely, but Antonicus Maximus starts chipping away with some elbows to the, it looks like, neck, I would assume there, Columbo?
I'm assuming so as well. I think there's just so much of Darren Davis to deal with that I don't know what Antonicus can actually hit.
I don't know either, Columbo, but sweet Darren Davis hit that swinging neck breaker there, and Antonicus Max was just clutching his neck. We hope that he's not injured here tonight.
If he is, our Ludic doctors are waiting on scene to help him deal with that. We had our own battle with that earlier this night. I believe it was Jose Lazar who was minorly concussed, but I think he'll recover nicely.
I think you will too, Columbo. Our doctors are top-notch here. Sweet Darren Davis going for a pinfall early in this match. Only a 1 count, and that's not going to be enough to put away Antonicus Maximus, the Gladiator himself.
There's a lot of reserve left in the Gladiator. I don't know how much, based on the amount of knees that are going through his head, but he's got to pull something deep, otherwise he's going to fall to this Goliath.
Absolutely. Columbo, one thing I want to bring to mention here, sweet Darren Davis, obviously knowing Antonicus Maximus had a tweak in that neck from that first neck breaker, as he added on a second neck breaker, and as you just saw there, a neck clinch.
I think Darren Davis is looking for that submission win. I think he's going to be looking to wear him down, and all the work he's putting into that head is purely obvious of what that intention is going to be.
Speaking of intentions, Columbo, sweet Darren Davis having some mean intentions. Oh boy, this looks like a sky-high corner suplex, mamma mia!
That is a spicy gumbo meatball there, folks.
Sweet Darren Davis. Pinfall.
I think it's done.
No, 2 count only, Columbo, 2 count only. Uh-oh, here we go.
That was a close call for Antonicus.
Antonicus trying to make his way back. Irish whip to the corner. Let me see. Antonicus Maximus flipping him around. Going for a grapple. Oh, what is he doing here? Oh my God, look at the strength of Antonicus Maximus with that turnbuckle bomb.
Darren Davis has got to be feeling that in his shoulders, I must say.
Here we go. Antonicus Maximus starting to try to gain some momentum here tonight. Speaking of here tonight, if you're just joining us, sorry Johnny, if you're just joining us, I'm Anthony Cassidy. My partner here is Johnny Columbo. We're here live in San Francisco, California at the Ludic Wrestling Lounge.
You are watching Antonicus Maximus, the Gladiator, face off against sweet Darren Davis. And I must say, Anthony, I am impressed by the sheer strength of both of these contenders today. Mostly in how dominating sweet Darren Davis is, but and the fact that Antonicus can actually lift this behemoth at all.
It's just a sheer testament to the weight training that Antonicus Maximus has been putting out.
Absolutely agreed, Anthony. Absolutely agreed. Going for a pinfall here. We're at the 2 count, and only a 2 count.
Only a 2 count as this match continues. Antonicus Maximus, though, oh, with the Russian leg sweep there. Looks like he's starting to maybe gain some momentum back, Columbo. Hopefully Darren Davis doesn't try to steal it back from him, though. Okay, here it goes. Maximus going for his Maximus Buster. Can he hit it? Oh, mamma mia! The Maximus Buster on sweet Darren Davis. But Maximus isn't finished here, folks. What's he going for?
This is going to be it, folks.
Oh my!
He's going for the big one.
He's going for a second Maximus Buster, Columbo. Knowing that, oh my God, the neck of sweet Darren Davis. Knowing that he's got to put Darren Davis away and pull out all the stops tonight. Oh, the crowd, Columbo. The crowd cheering. This is awesome. Loving this match tonight. My goodness.
They are losing their minds, Anthony. They are absolutely losing their minds.
I'm losing my mind here tonight, Columbo. I might even be losing my voice if I keep screaming the way I have been.
You don't have to tell me twice.
Maximus, I'm surprised doesn't go for the pinfall here tonight, Columbo. After those 2 Maximus Busters, he, I guess, is just not content. He really wants to put him away. Oh my God. Oh, multiple suplexes and a Tiger Driver. No. Oh my God, what's going on, Columbo?
To be honest, Anthony, I don't know, but I know what it is. I know it's Maximus pulling from those deep reserves. and he pulled in for the win. Antonicus Maximus is beaten down Sweet Darren Davis in an upset of the century, ladies and gentlemen.
Absolutely, Columbo. My goodness. If you're just joining us tonight, folks, we're live here in San Francisco, California at the Ludic Wrestling Lounge. I'm Anthony Cassidy. That beautiful man you just heard from is Johnny Columbo, my partner. What a match we had here tonight, Columbo. We had literally David versus Goliath.
Absolutely, Anthony. We had a seesaw battle here going both ways. At any given point of the match, Sweet Darren Davis going in with his sheer strength and size and speed, going for an early domination, but Antonicus Maximus pulled deep from the Coliseum and came in for a hell of a suplex pin for the win.
Hell of a suplex pin. My God. Ladies and gentlemen, Hades Harold, thank you so much for the nice plug there. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, twitter.com/Ludic Lounge. That's us. I'm Anthony Cassidy, Johnny Columbo, my partner, live and alive in San Francisco, California at the Ludic Wrestling Lounge, as Antonicus Maximus here in the ring is just celebrating amongst the San Franciscans. Close enough. San Franciscans? Yeah, why not?
You were right the first time, Anthony.
There we go.
Always go with your first instinct.
Absolutely, and my first instinct here, Columbo, is to just my mind is blown, Columbo. Honestly, my mind is blown. That match was amazing. The crowd agreed. I agree. Do you agree?
Anthony, I absolutely agree. That was the fight of the night until our next fight, our main event, Chelsea Hero versus Dr. Amanda Loha.
Are we already at the main event, Columbo? My God! Let me tell you, though, folks, Chelsea Hero is one of our favorites here at the Ludic Wrestling Lounge here in the women's division. She hails from Fresno, California, and boy, oh boy, standing at 5'5", 132 pounds, one of the crowd favorites. Chelsea Hero is going to be definitely looking out for that finisher of hers, the St. Louis Smash and or the Delaware Smash. Johnny, what does Dr. Amanda Loha have to do tonight to pull out a win against Chelsea Hero?
Well, America's sweetheart, hailing from Honolulu, Hawaii, has to look out for those smashes. Those are the big things. Those are the big obstacles that Chelsea Hero presents. What Dr. Aloha has to bring in, she has to use those stunners. She has to keep the momentum going. She has to stay on top of it. And you can see that she did by that flip. What a wonderful flip, Anthony.
Flip! My gosh, the feat of athleticism in our women's division, Johnny. And boy, oh boy, these two ladies tonight did not even want to be introduced. They just ran straight to the ring as they are building up a fierce rivalry themselves, Columbo.
Absolutely, Anthony. We're looking at a test of wills here as far as I'm concerned.
Absolutely, Columbo. Both of these lovely ladies in the Ludic Wrestling Lounge. I wouldn't be surprised if both of these end up fighting one day for the Ludic Wrestling Division Championship.
Agreed, Anthony. We still got a long ways to go, but this is an early sign of what's to come here at the Ludic Wrestling Lounge's women's division.
Absolutely. Dr. Man Aloha loving that kitchen sink move there. The knee to the guts. Oh, and another knee to the rib cage of Chelsea Hero, looking to just ground her, make sure she can't even breathe, Columbo.
Absolutely. We're getting to a brutal display here of athleticism.
Absolutely, Columbo. Dr. Amanda Aloha, hailing from Honolulu, Hawaii. Another shot to the ribs of Chelsea Hero. And Chelsea Hero looks dazed as she's making her way there to the bottom corner of the turnbuckle.
Absolutely, Anthony. This is starting to show a lot in favor of Dr. Aloha. She's putting out a very strong domination here.
Absolutely. Woo! Brutal shots.
Absolutely dirty, if I do say so myself.
Chelsea Hero moving out of the way of one of the kicks from Dr. Aloha here. Chelsea dragging her opponent to the corner, it looks like, Columbo, smashing her down onto that turnbuckle.
That's what they do. She smashes.
Oh, a beautiful Hurricanrana.
Talk about one hell of a spin cycle. Spin cycle. That's the joke I was looking for. I'm a little bit slow on the draw. Too much vodka from an earlier match, ladies and gentlemen.
That's alright. And speaking of ladies and gentlemen and everyone and anyone in between, you're looking live and alive here at the Ludic Wrestling Lounge in San Francisco, California. I'm Anthony Cassidy. That beautiful gentleman you just heard from is my partner in crime, Johnny Columbo. And you're watching our main event of the night, Dr. Amanda Aloha versus Chelsea Hero, as Dr. Amanda Aloha is pounding Chelsea Hero, gaining momentum.
Absolutely, Anthony. Those were some brutal punches, brutal dominations leading to a pin. Will Shibuya get to the 3?
Only a 2 count. Dr. Amanda Aloha cannot believe it. She's thinking Jim Shibuya, our referee tonight, is out of his mind.
He just might be. I don't know if I saw him drinking hooch earlier.
Who knows? Or should I say, hooch knows?
You should file that.
Absolutely. Oh my God! Mamma mia! Dr. Amanda Aloha! What even was that, Columbo?
That was a stunning display of agility, Anthony, and that leads to a win!
Oh my God! I have never seen anything like that!
What an absolutely stunning finish here, ladies and gentlemen. A pure display of agility and athleticism off the ropes leading to the pin. That was a wonderful display by Dr. Aloha.
My goodness gracious, Columbo. My head is reeling on these last 2 matches of the night.
While our main event was not as lengthy as the previous fight with Darren Davis and Antonius Maximus, this one, our main event, did not disappoint. That was a stunning display by Dr. Amanda Aloha throughout. That was stunning use of agility and brute force, and it was worthy of the main event here at the Ludic Wrestle Lounge.
Absolutely, Columbo. Definitely worthy of our main event. Definitely worthy of that red eye we had to take from our last show in Cardiff, Wales, all the way here to San Francisco, California.
That is absolutely agreed here, Anthony. As we see Dr. Aloha celebrate her victory, we're coming to the end of the night. Anthony, we have had a good set of matches, about 12 altogether. What makes your highlight reel for the evening?
Oh my gosh, Columbo, where do I even begin? I think I'd have to begin, quite honestly, with the main event here tonight, the match before this main event, just mind-blowing in themselves. But boy, oh boy, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry, Columbo, I got too excited, I stepped all over you again.
That is all right, Anthony. For me, I must say that our first fight with Darren Davis was a pure show of domination over Jose Lazara. You can watch the live demonstration of that earlier today. To be honest, I think the fight of the night goes to Sal Salas and King Leonard from our previous show. That was a beautiful, balanced fight, a war of attrition that came into a beautiful win for Sal Salas. But, Anthony, you do have a point. That was a stunning finish by Dr. Amanda Aloha tonight in our final match of the evening, and something worth praising constantly, and we will definitely be referring back to this historic night here at the Ludic Wrestling Lounge.
Absolutely, Columbo. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Anthony Cassidy. You just heard from the beautiful man himself, Johnny Columbo. We had 2 beautiful shows, one from Cardiff, Wales, and the other one here from the most gorgeous, beautiful San Francisco, California, here at the Ludic Wrestling Lounge. Now, if you want, please follow us here on Twitch. We're also on Twitter, as Hades Herald was so beautifully added there at twitter.com/Ludic Lounge. We're on Facebook at The Ludic Lounge. Follow us, that's where we post everything. More than likely, we're going to keep on these Wednesday shows. If you're watching us now, please come back to our next show. We appreciate every single one of you all. Please feel free to like. Please feel free to comment when we stream. Please feel free to reach out to us on our Twitter page, on our YouTube page, or on our Facebook page to tell us what you liked, what you hated, and maybe what we need to do to keep you interested. Johnny, did I miss anything there?
No, you didn't, Anthony. I'd like to especially thank Hades Herald, our Herald just like Galactus has a herald. We appreciate your hard work tonight, and we thank you for everything that you brought tonight. We thank you, our loyal listeners. Anthony, let's wrap this show and hit the road.
Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been a broadcast of the Ludic Wrestling Lounge. Good fights, and we had an even better night. Thank you so much.